And welcome to another episode of the Two Fans Podcast. I'm your co-host, Joshua Ament.
And I'm your other co-host, Ari Jesselson.
And before we get into today's episode, I think we do have a very fun episode prepared for you guys. But there are just some things that happen that just kind of put these kinds of fun, silly days that we can do and just puts them into perspective a little bit. Just yesterday, Tiger Woods was involved in a car wreck. Fortunately, he is. There was a statement released to his Twitter that says, in part, as previously communicated, Tiger was involved in a single car accident earlier this morning in California. He has undergone a long surgical procedure on his lower right leg and ankle after being brought to the hospital. He's currently awake, responsive, and recovering in the hospital room. Thank you to the wonderful doctors and hospital staff at Harbor UCLA Medical Center, the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, and the Fire Department. Your support and assistance have been astounding. Of course, we're all praying for a safe and quick recovery for Tiger Woods.
And we did have a fun topic planned for today, and we're going to stick to schedule. So, just
with that being said,
So, just to get an insight, in Josh and I, we are both big Nintendo fans. We don't agree with everything or a lot of the things or anything at some points of what the company policy is, but we enjoy a lot of the games. We just enjoy being the fans of it. And one of our favorite games is Smash Bros. So we thought it would be interesting to take the 80 characters on the Smash Bros. Ultimate roster and put them on a baseball, football, hockey, and basketball roster. And we're going to compete to see who has the better teams.
And this will truly be the most ambitious crossover event in history.
And Sakurai, if you are watching this, please take notes. This might be a fun game.
Yeah, kind of similar related note. Please, let's bring back Mario Super Sluggers, okay? Because I've had so much fun playing that on the Wii, and would love for others with the Switch to have that opportunity. So let's on that note jump right into baseball. We chose to have one starting pitcher, one relief pitcher, and one closer. Why don't you give yours first, Ari?
Yes, as starting pitcher, I have the big funny ape man himself, the funny monkey, Donkey Kong. Relief pitcher, I have Peach, and closing pitcher, I have Shulk.
Huh. Very interesting. I'll tell you, my starting pitcher is Mewtwo. Reliever is Link. My closer is Mario. Tell me a little bit about, honestly, all of your pitchers, because they all kind of threw me off a little bit.
Well, Donkey Kong, he is funny monkey, and it is that movie is coming up, but he's a strong man. He's a strong ape. We've seen him throwing barrels. We've seen him throwing a lot of things. Who's to say he can't throw a baseball? Peach, she's the princess of the kingdom. So if you harm her, if you go against her laws, it's done for. She's a strong female character, and we see her in outside games and international roles taking some objects, and she has a nice jumper, a nice throwing power. And Shulk, I mean, with that sword, he has a strength power, agility powers with that sword. He can just do it all. He's the perfect athlete. And who's more of a better athlete? Who's more to be clutch than a perfect athlete who can change his power, his agility, his elusiveness at the snap of a second? But why did you pick Super Mario and Link?
Well, Link, certainly, he's had some, he's been used to throwing bombs, throwing boulders, whatever it is in Breath of the Wild to defeat enemies. He certainly can translate that into good pitching for a couple of innings. Also, he's basically ambidextrous. He's appeared as left-handed in most titles. He's right-handed in Breath of the Wild, which is the iteration used in Smash Bros. Save for Young and Toon Link, but we'll get to those later. But yeah, he can definitely throw off some guys there. And then as far as Mario's your closer, well, I mean, he literally throws fireballs. He literally throws fireballs. What more do you want?
Yeah, okay, I get that, but come on, give the man the title. He's Super Mario, okay? Just give some respect to him.
If you're gonna say Super Mario, you better say it with the voice.
Okay, but for my playthrough of Breath of the Wild, Link is used to throwing bombs and getting thrown off cliffs. So I gotta agree with you on that one. For my infield, I have my DH is Hero, my catcher is Ken, my first baseman Snake, my second baseman's Me Fighter, shortstop is Zero Suit Samus, and third base is Captain Falcon.
Huh. Some interesting picks there. I'll tell you, my DH is Ganondorf. My catcher is Palutena. First baseman is Crom. Second baseman is Ness. Third base is Ike, and shortstop is Lucario. I'm a little bit. I don't know what your deal is with Hero as the DH.
I mean, it's in the name. He is the hero. Who is more of a hero than the DH? So it's kind of a name thing. I don't play Dragon Quest, but he's just the hero, and I just needed a spot for a DH.
I mean, the center or right fielder that robs a home run. It seems like it's pretty hero-like.
Yeah, but what about Ike and Ness? You have two kids on the field. Can you just explain a little more on that?
Yeah. Well, first of all, Ike's not that much that kid-like. Come on, he's grown up a bit. And he's got great throw power from the hot corner, and some amazing power at the plate. As far as Ness, I mean, you see him with the baseball bat all the time. He knows the game.
I forgot that was a special. God, I have to play as Ness. I haven't been met Ness main since PK Fire and all that doing online. Okay, but close it off. Outfield.
Let me just remind myself to bleep that out.
I didn't curse.
Yes, you did. Look
No,
back
I said,
at
"Oh
the
my
tape."
God."
Yes, what did you say right after that?
I haven't played on Ness in such a long time. Commenters, did I curse? Let me know in the comments down below.
You won't need to because I will have already bleeped it out.
Okay, fine.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on to the outfield.
Yeah, so left field I got Banjo-Kazooie, center field I have Min, and right field I have Yoshi. They're all interchangeable, but these are characters with a nice throw, with a decent throw, and a high jump.
A decent throw and a high jump, yes. And while I can get two of those, I can't get Min because you also need to catch, and she.
Bro, Min can stretch her arms out like an arm. She's an arms rep for those who don't know. And basically the gist of the game is that the arms are stretchy and they're springs, so they can go as far as they want. Min can grab
cool
someone
and all.
in the middle of the stage. Who's to say she can't do that upwards?
That's cool and all, but she has fists, not hands that can make good catches. Fists that can throw good
arms.
punches.
One of the things are mitt. So checkmate.
I don't like it, but fine. I will concede that.
Let's hear yours. Let's hear your.
All right, I will concede that point. My left fielder is Captain Falcon. Center fielder is Kirby, and right fielder is Toon Link.
Toon Link. Why?
Yeah.
Just wondering.
Honestly, I wasn't because I also had to think. Of course, there's the defensive part of it, but also he's got some power at the plate. You've seen his spin attack. And he's also, like I said, most links are lefties. Toon Link is a lefty. Get some of those in the lineup, throw off some of your pitchers. As far as rest of the outfield, Captain Falcon definitely has some useful speed and throw power in left field, and also anytime he hits a home run, that is Falcon Slam trademarked.
S tier taunt.
As far as Kirby, well, fly, inhale, spit back, all that. Not much explanation needed there.
Well, for the friends at home, if you want a list of this, a docs will be linked in the Instagram and the YouTube. So you can check out our rosters there, see if we're right or wrong, see if you agree with our picks also. So I gotta admit, you got a strong baseball team. I think for a lot of the aspects, your team does outbeat mine. I still would agree with. I have to disagree with you about Min though, but you got a stacked team.
All right, I'll concede Min because you clearly have you clearly know a little bit more than me. I still a little bit of confusion with your infield. Of course, I'll give myself the wins for all, but I assume you would do the same.
Yeah, I'm
So,
giving you the win on that.
oh, okay. Here I thought we were gonna be competitive at each other's throats, but now you're just gonna
Hey,
concede it.
wait till we get on the gridiron. Coming up next. On the gridiron, I'll beat your team 72-0.
First of all, thank you for saving my Bears with that record of 73-0. It's the one thing I hold on to. Second of all, how do you plan on beating me?
Starting with this, the quarterback, the perfect quarterback ever, Mewtwo. Yeah,
All right,
obviously.
I can see your thought process there, kind of similar to why I had him as a starter. Certainly that psychic ability can thread any needle, pin any corner.
Yeah, also he's
I'll
very
tell
smart, one of the smartest Pokemon, and he has that ability. So
I'll tell you my quarterback, because you need three things at quarterback. Number one, you need good throw power, the power of, say, a literal dragon. Number two, you need decent running speed, which this guy has. And number three, you need to be a charismatic leader. And Corrin is all three of those. I do not like that he's in Smash, but he isn't. So we making him or her quarterback. Honestly, it's kind of interchangeable.
yeah. Hey, she's already in the game, so can't do anything about that, you know?
Yeah, I will say this is also coming from a Fire Emblem fan. If any, like, I know that it is way too overrepresented because they bring in every single protagonist when some are deserving, some aren't. But
It's
again,
just a
I
lot.
digress.
Yeah, it's just a lot, but that's not the point. Okay. My so who's Mewtwo gonna throw the ball to? Obviously. Running back is Inkling, fullback is Bowser Jr., wide receiver one is Sonic, wide receiver two is Mr. Game and Watch, and tight end's Lucario.
Hmm.
I kept you speechless, I know.
Yeah, don't exactly know how Game and Watch would try to take that 3D football, interpret it to 2D.
Well, how are you gonna when he gets the ball, how are you gonna tackle a 2D sprite? You can't. He's the perfect guy not to tackle. He slips right through the opponents. And Smash Bros, he can't hold regular items. So he could hold a 3D football.
You can, but that also leaves opportunity. If it's in some dimensions he's not, that's some opportunity for some drops there. I'll tell you who's not gonna drop things. My skill position players. Running back is Bowser Jr. Donkey Kong at fullback. Just try to stop him. Wide receivers are Zero Suit Samus and Greninja. And Ken is my tight end.
Nice. I gotta agree. Bowser and Donkey, big 1-2 punch, hard to tackle. Obviously, Bowser Jr. goes into a show. Bowser goes into a show. It's gonna be hard. So you really took strength, and I really took speed and hiding in the paint, literally and metaphorically.
I mean, what did you just ignore my wide receivers?
I mean,
Zero
they're
Suit
good.
Samus,
I can't add
Zero
anything
Suit
else.
Samus and Greninja are basically just like the two of the fastest characters in the game. They have speed, they have agility. I mean,
I'm
they're basically
complimenting
if,
you.
if
You want more
Tyreek Hill were
compliments?
two characters.
I'm already complimenting you. No, because we had
No,
two
but
different
you're
aspects of
complimenting
running.
me on the wrong things. You got to give credit where credit is due here.
No, because like the running back, I did Inkling and Bowser Jr. because Inkling could go in the paint. Because in Splatoon, they could go into the paint and just hide in the paint and run through there. And Bowser Jr. could fly also. And you did, so I did more speed and like agility like that. And I had my pun, which is not going to be remembered anymore. And you had more powerful people. So
I think I'll one up your pun because I didn't even realize it. But spoiler alert.
It wasn't good.
No. I'm just spoilers for later in the episode. Let's continue on.
Yes. So my guards. Left tackle is Piranha Plant. Left guard is Rob. Center is Wario. Right guard is Pink K. Roodle. And right tackle is Bowser. Big guys. You don't want to get physical with them. Wario also has that breath. He could munch you up. He can put you in his mouth. That's canon in the game. And they're just big guys you don't want to mess with. Obviously, Piranha Plant will also put you in his mouth, get physical with you, get big, and yeah.
Yeah, I will. We'll say we some similarities in the offensive line. Not exactly the exact same characters. I went for a little bit of a scrawnier bunch, but still uh not not what's it called? Nothing to sneeze at. Left tackle is Pikachu. Left guard is Wario. Center is Simon. Right guard is Me Brawler. And right tackle is Ryu.
Can I ask about Pikachu in the Mii Brawler? I mean, I get the Mii Brawler, but you put a rat in the at the end of the day.
Not just a rat, a left-handed rat, might I add you, playing the left side. Left side, blindside blocker. It really helps out to have a lefty there. Yes, he does. Pikachu does bat at least left-handed. Some credit to r/Super Smash Bros. For that. But he's agile, especially which you can help as a tackle in the pass protection. No one's getting to Corrin. And hey, even if someone does get by him, can shock him, stun him, get right back to him.
Okay. I don't agree with you, but I see your logic behind it. So going to the defense. Nose tackle, I got Ridley, big dragon, wings can block any pass, get through you. Obviously, the tail. Oh my god, what an under he could grab you and he can hit you with that tail. Well, that's a 1-2 punch. He can block anything with his big wings. Defensive end, I have Charizard, Big Dragon, same thing with the wings, breathe fire, all that. And defensive end, the other defensive end, Incineroar, one of the best characters in the game, fast, nimble, large. He's the Aaron Donald of the Pokemon world.
Okay, wow, our front sevens are looking very similar. I'll tell you, Incineroar is my nose tackle. Big enforcer, big personality, can break through the offensive line. Ridley and Charizard are both my edge rushers. Again, really surprising speed and some great power with both of them. My two defensive ends are Terry and Cloud.
Sorry, Terry and Cloud?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I get that. Taller guys could run. Okay.
Yeah, I realized you didn't give your edge rushers.
No, I thought okay. I didn't give the rest. So my two edges are Cephalus and Wolf. My middle linebackers are Robin and Kirby, and my cornerbacks are Pitt and Pac-Man. Yeah.
Huh.
Should I explain anything? Because I feel like there's a little explanation to do.
Yeah, a little bit with Pitt there. Like I can get he's got the jump.
Well, he can also
but
fly.
Does he have the speed?
Well, I mean, he does have the speed, and he could fly. And also those wings do help. He's got a bow and arrow. That's pretty cool. But yeah,
Another thing. Yeah, sorry. Just Kirby at middle linebacker seems a little bit too physical for him.
Well, I mean, he could suck up the enemy, take their powers. That's canon in both Smash Bros. And his mainland games. So he could just. Who's to say he can't? I don't want to make this as weird as it sounds. Who's to say he can't take? How am I going to word this? This is going to sound really bad. Who's to say he can't take like Donkey Kong's powers or King K. Rules? Someone on the offensive line take their powers and become a big hitter. Obviously, he also has that hammer. He could turn into a brick, and he has a pretty nice sword attack. And he could put you in his mouth. God, I'm saying that too many times that I've liked you today.
Okay, then don't say it anymore. But I get your point.
About these guys, that's the problem.
I get your point, and that's what matters.
Yeah, but Kirby could just change it to anything, and his weapons already are perfect for that position. Wolf is a natural leader, so.
Yeah. All right. I'll tell you. My two middle linebackers are Snake and Falco. Snake is like just the perfect spy, literally. Falco is quick, can either drop in the coverage or blitz. I also had Pac-Man at quarterback, at corner. I should clarify. You want to give them the little bit of the story there as to how that happened?
Yeah. So one of Pac-Man's attacks, he could throw. At least for me, what I decided to do it for, he could throw pellets and he could just go up. Great recovery, great jump, and that was my reason for it. If you want to give your side of it, because I know it might be different.
I mean, my side was pretty similar, almost maybe influenced yours. Come on, yeah, let's give him.
Okay, yeah, okay. So we were planning on talking about this, and Josh said that Pac-Man should be cornerback. And I was like, hey, that's a great idea. Let me change that quickly.
I mean, I actually didn't. I just kind of because he said he put Pac-Man somewhere, and I'm like, where would he be? Because the only move I know is his recovery. That would be good for a cornerback, I guess. And I'm curious now, where you had him before?
I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I think he was on my basketball team. I
Huh.
can look back at it, but he was either in basketball or baseball. So thank you for that.
Yeah, let me just finish up my defense secondary there. With cornerback is Sonic, free safety is Yoshi, and my strong safety is Little Mac.
Okay, I agree with you on a lot of that. I forgot to give my free safety is Mega Man. A strong safety is also Little Mac. So
Okay,
I
yeah,
think
good to see it. Like that's just something like I saw like he speed, power, stop the run, blitz.
yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I picked him for. Also, who do you have as you? I'll say, as kicker, I have Wii Fit Trainer. I had a really terrible joke that I don't want going into public. Punter, I have Bayonetta, and my returner, I have Greninja.
Okay, so we both had Wii Fit Trainer as kicker. Can definitely kick for accuracy. Yeah, my punter is King Dedede. Like he basically just has to ground pound near the ball, and it's the same thing. And then my returner is Fox.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, Greninja and Fox, they both have really good at dash. I said Bayonetta because she is powerful and strong, also. But I think we both have really great football lineups. I think
Yeah,
this will be the
that
game.
would certainly. I would love to see that matchup in any way it could be simulated.
Yeah,
I mean, I would for all of these. Uh, but let's go now to basketball because I really like my lineup here. Uh, my point guard is Robin. My shooting guard is Zelda. My small forward is Shulk. My power forward is Inkling, and my center is King K. Rool.
damn. Okay, I have some hard competition. My point guard is Politane. My shooting guard is Link. My shooting forward is Steve. My power forward is the Ice Climbers, and my center is Ganondorf. Now I know I might have to do a lot of explanation for a lot of my roster. So,
Yeah, tell me about the Ice Climbers.
well, there are two characters in one, so they could stack on top of each other and jump. A big move is that they do help each other jump up. So like one of them take the other and just throw them up. So they have a great jump. I didn't mean that to rhyme so many times. So they're just a great, maybe not a power forward position. I see that now. I think they could be a point guard, and Palutena would be a power forward. Palutena is a powerful goddess. Ganondorf, obviously tall, big. Uh, Link is basically the Jason Kidd of the Smash Bros. Universe. If you know what I'm talking about. So and Steve, yeah,
Not really.
I mean they're both short. They're both uh just short, great characters. Does have experience with throwing bombs, and I feel like for your argument with baseball, he does more of a basketball shooting throwing position. So I thought that would be perfect for him. And Steve just can build whatever he wants. He could just build upwards. He could just build up with dirt and just put the ball in the basket. And he can mine for materials, so he can mine for another ball if one of the balls do break.
Not sure how that works, but I'll tell you, my small forward is Shulk. I kind of thought that it was thinking that same process there. It's sort of, I mean, not the same result, but sort of small forward. You really want to do it all guy, and of course, Shulk can switch his ability, specify to whatever he needs, whether it's strength, whether it's speed, whether it's jump power, whatever it is, Shulk can do it.
And again, I think we got a really great matchup for this.
Yeah, wait, hold on. I really thought you would have a problem with me having Inkling at power forward.
No, not at all. I think they are
Really, man,
because
here I was prepared to like talk about it
well, I
and
mean,
like
if you
and
have the
prove
notes
you
already, talk about
wrong
it.
and all that. And you're just
Well,
like,
you can
yeah,
talk fine.
okay.
You talk about it. Talk about Inkling for the
All
fans at
right,
home.
yeah. Yeah, because I'm sure a lot of you probably did a double take on that. Like, wait, Inkling at power forward? Yeah. I mean, I mean, it's got a crazy jump. Can definitely hide in the paint, except a little bit more literally now. And I'm not going
Wait,
to
wait,
lie.
wait, wait, wait. Hold up. Can you say that again?
Hide in the paint.
Okay.
I will should probably say that I was not thinking of that until Ari brought it up earlier in this episode. So you can thank or not thank him, depending on your preference for puns. But again, that crazy jump, hiding in the paint, and just the other arsenal of weapons that the Inkling has can definitely lead to being a great shutdown defender.
Okay, yeah, because I agree with you on Inkling. I know that before. That's why I didn't have the argument for it. But again, this would be a great thing to see simulated, or maybe we get a Smash Bros. Sports game in the near future.
Wouldn't we all love to see it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with
Uh,
that, nope. You want to introduce or not? Or
no, you could go. My bad.
okay. Okay, with that, let's move to the last sport we have teams picked out for. And that is ice hockey. You can probably fill out some of the team based on who we haven't picked yet. But at the same time, I realized there were some characters just like overall that like I felt like I had to put somewhere, but just couldn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And then there's when you look at the list, there's characters like, oh, they're good in general, but they won't fit here, or oh, their physical or how their physical attributes won't work for this position. That was me looking at a lot of the characters, like Ness, Isabel, Ike. I kind of forgot that the thing that Ike plays baseball. But just looking at the characters, if it was like, oh, they wouldn't fit, like I would have put Isabel on the ice. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised you didn't put the ice climbers on the ice. Like that was one of the easiest decisions that I had to make. Probably that wasn't how we intended it, but I'll go with that. My two defensemen, the ice climbers and Rob. Neither of them really has to traverse on the slippery ice. Rob can sort of float just a little bit, gives them a bit more mobility, and they great have some both. They both have some great uh, close physical attacks.
Yeah, so I have Ryu and Simon, just big, strong guys, kind of just scared. They might not be able to be on the ice as long as I know Simon would have that problem because Jackless Castle is completely different than a hockey rink, but they're just physical, big guys who will definitely get the hit on. So that's just my reasoning
I
behind
mean,
it.
they can get a hit off if they can do it before slipping.
Well, I mean, Ryu has some experience in snow, but I get it. Like Simon will need to learn a little bit, but he's skilled with the whip. So who says that he can't be skilled with the stick?
Yeah, it's a lot easier to be skilled with the stick when you're standing upright or skating upright. But who are they defending against? At least your guys, they're defending against the offensive line of Meta Knight at center, Mega Man at left wing, and Sheik at right wing.
I'm sorry, Sheik at right wing. Can you explain that a little bit?
Yeah, she's fast. She has some power to power through when need be, and she's used to making some assists like that whole last second half of Ocarina of Time.
Okay. For me, I kind of went a little different. My center is Fox. My left wing is Terry, and my right wing is Meta Knight. Just again, some bigger guys. Meta Knight will have more experience on the rink, but Fox is a natural born leader. Terry is still another one of those bigger guys who's a fighter who has some little experience in the ice. And Meta Knight just this. He's just Meta Knight. Well, what more could I say?
All right, last position goalie. I think the one big guy we haven't put yet. I have Bowser. I mean, he's what, like 7 feet tall. It's pretty much as high as a hockey net, and just like the little like spin in place attack. That spiky shell, nothing's getting through.
Yeah, and I King DDD, obviously a bigger guy, both length and width, definitely is going to fill up the entirety of the nets. And again, I think we have another strong case for teams.
And here we are. You see, what is this? You bait me into thinking with baseball that, oh, you're not going to be as competitive. Now you're like, oh yeah, these are some good competitive matches.
Well, I didn't
Um,
expect it to be, like this. I thought there'd be like a landslide for some things, having to make some sacrifices in certain sports. Like a lot of my sacrifices came in baseball for a lot of these guys. But
you
no, it
know,
was.
I'll tell you, my strategy was kind of I mean, was a little bit different, kind of like looking at basketball and hockey first, because I'm like, oh, you don't need as many players there to make the full team. So I'll find like the right players that can fit those specifications, and then work on the rest. And then like I kind of already had filled like a couple of positions in, like, oh, little Matt can be a great strong safety. I guess I'll just put that there right now, so I won't put him in for the other two. Uh, that just like it all kind of found its way together.
Yeah, it definitely was challenging having to figure out which will work for which sport. And there's more to the roster that makes it seem like, oh, these characters won't work. Again, like Isabel, uh, yeah, like Isabel Ness in some areas. But until we get
Even then,
Waluigi, we
yeah,
don't have that true athlete.
that is fair. And I still will say there are again some characters that I wanted to put somewhere, like Samus, like Byleth. Like I originally had Young Link as my shooting guard instead of Zelda. But just like couldn't find a place for him. So there's a lot of room for change here.
Oh yeah, I tried putting Pyramithra somewhere. I tried putting Byleth somewhere, but it just really never panned out for me. So I think there's a lot of room to work with, and maybe this is a topic we bring back to an extent.
Yeah, I will say this was super fun to just to kind of build and rearrange if I want a guy here or not, but I'm leaving this out and all that, man. That it was this has been a blast.
Definitely, it's been fun to do, and let us know in the comments if you want us to bring it back. Also, I know we'll be glad to do this again.
Yeah, and let us know, who do you think which team do you think would win in each sport. We'll have our doc linked in the YouTube, in the Instagram, and the Twitter, in the description, wherever you see this. And with that, thank you so much for listening to us and bearing with us. Once again, we do this every single day, Monday through Thursday, on Spotify, Anchor, YouTube, and wherever you get your podcasts. If you have something you want us to talk about, you can always email us at twofanspodcast@gmail.com. I knew it was missing something. Outro. But with all that being said, once again, until next time, we will talk to you then.